Though beloved and revered, the Street Fighter III series began their lives as a failed experiment and financial flop for Japanese publisher Capcom in the late 1990s. Nevertheless, the continued perseverance of its developers and a deeply passionate community have come to see Third Strike, the final game in the series, as a monolith to the fighting genre. Beautiful like a fresco in its presentation, and tuned like a symphony violin in its mechanics, time has been kind to Third Strike, and now it's held in high regard as the masterpiece that it's always been. However, while Third Strike altered the psychology of fighting games with its design, and further refined its mechanics by iterating on its genre peers, the influences that built this game are varied and fascinating. Nothing comes from nothing, and everything from the character designs to the underlying systems to the game's famously imbalanced roster are a melting pot of popular culture and its video game contemporaries. This series will dig in and extrapolate those influences. I'll go character by character, showing as many facets of the game as I can, touching on the creation of the roster, their movesets, and overviews on their competitive play. You'll find rare art and regional translation differences that can alter your view of a character, developer notes on decisions made and what was left on the cutting room floor, and gameplay at a variety of skill levels that the player base has helped evolve over nearly 20 years of honing. As Third Strike was the final game in the Street Fighter franchise before the genre's renaissance nearly a decade later, it was unabashedly made for the hardcore. This video series will prove that it never needed to be. As a follow-up to one of the most hallowed video games in the medium's history, Third Strike took a mirror to the influences of the popular world around it, and what was reflected back became mythic and totemic. Fascinating in its imperfections and debated for its continued mysteries, this is one of the seminal works of the video game medium. This is the Annotated. Third Strike.